Hello everybody, welcome to Red Tool House. Today we wanted to give a little update on our chicken coop greenhouse wood chip composting soil making extravaganza. So come along. All right, so last winter we built our greenhouse. We started our greenhouse project. I'll link to a playlist here. But the plan was to have this built the beginning of winter. I think my original goal was 1st of December be done of 2018. And that didn't happen, of course, typical Red Tool House. We finished in March of 2019. The purpose of it, of course, was to house the chickens through the winter so they could take advantage of some of the solar radiation, heat them up, all that type of stuff, have a nice big dry area inside to hang out since there's really not a lot of forage. We lined this with wood chips. In fact, we put a boatload of wood chips. That's when we rented this really large professional chipper, chipped a huge mountain of chips, and all of it went in here. So last March, we put all those wood chips in, and you can see how we really are just down to dirt. I mean, this is a combination of wood chip decay and obviously the chicken scratching, chicken manure I'm running my hands through. So we've got quite a bit of composting going on already. And since we've added, this was most of the year, this was about 34, 35 chickens, I believe. Well, we incubated and hatched out some additional chickens this fall, and they were in a brooder, and now they're integrated in here. So now we're up to 80 some birds, I believe. And you can see under their roost, and even over there at the old brooder section, just the amount of manure that's piled up. So we're starting to get just a little bit of an imbalance of chicken manure to wood chips. But and we're going to obviously remedy that with addition of some more wood chips. So you can see how a lot of those chips have been broken down and composted. What's interesting is where the feeder is where we see the most broken down. In fact, right where Cam's feet are there, they've been using that as dust bath. So they've just been flopping around in there and doing all of that because they've churned up so much soil here. So if I have feed, a little bit of waste gets spilled, so they just keep scratching while it looks like it's sitting on a little wood chip pedestal there. So we're going to move that. We're going to move it over here into this area. This area is closer to the creek bank, so this is even deeper pile of wood chips. So as we move it over there, hopefully they'll do the same thing. They'll churn it around a little bit. I've got one guinea in guinea jail because she's the guineas for some reason don't like to come back in at night. So she got nailed by a raccoon, and her buddy was nothing but a pile of feathers left. So we're down a guinea or two. But you can see over here where they've been roosting, we really need to get some more wood chips in here because they just really have piled that up. So we're going to move the feeder over, and then we're going to bring in some more chips and try to remedy our imbalance here. Let's move it to right about, just put it long ways right here. Poofy head chicken. Well, somebody laid an egg back here. Come back a little bit more. There you go. Right there. Set it down. Wonder how old that egg is. Dare we trust it? I don't think so. That one's going over the hill. All right, let's move the feeder. Easier said than done when it's full. Put it right there. We'll move the free choice oyster shells. That gives them calcium because they don't have any bugs to eat this time of year, so that keeps their eggshells from being super flimsy. What is it? Yeah, it was completely full. They help themselves to it as needed. And also, since it's crunchy, it helps. Chicken has a gizzard that has the stones in it, so it helps grind up their stuff. All right, so let's, I'm going to back the trailer up here, and then we can start pitchforking some stuff in. Let's open this thing so we don't have to keep ducking under it. Did you say duck? Chicken under it? All right, guys, get to pitchforking. If you would, just pitchfork, fling it in. Take turns if you would, please. All right, so a 8-foot trailer load of wood chips obviously doesn't go far in a 18 by 20 greenhouse, but we left a pretty good pile there. That'll give the chickens something to do. They'll spread all that out. They've already kind of been messing around with it. You see over there, and where the guineas are perched. There's some, not all guineas. They're already digging around in there, playing around. So got some under the main roost here. So they'll spread that out and poop on it, of course. So the plan this spring will be to have the chickens vacate this area. They spent the summer in here this year, which wasn't my original intent. My intent was to have a mobile coop ready, but it wasn't. All these things I ordered just don't come in on time. So that'll be the plan this year. We'll hopefully this spring we'll have some mobile coop accommodations for them to be able to get them out of here before it gets too hot, and obviously use this to get some seed started, maybe even do some I really want to look at trying to extend our growing season into the fall next year if we can get some stuff planted in here. So hopefully at that point really had some good stuff breaking down, really good soil that we're making. So I love the fact, this is just a peek into the glimpse of some permacultural elements where you're function stacking with the chickens. The chickens are providing value. We're taking treetops, we're taking things that we're cutting down trees, milling the boards, using that to build our barn projects, our farrowing barn, other things. We're taking those treetops, chipping them up, using them for, you can see here, mud control. I'm on my knees here on this bark, which would normally be a big muddy mess this time of year. So it's nice. Hello, chicken. And then, of course, taking the chips to put in here for soil amendment. We've shown how we use the chips in the garden. They help out tremendously there. This year was the best garden year we've ever had. Really helped with soil, helped with moisture. We had a bit of a dry spell there. I think we went 8 weeks without rain, and we didn't even have to water the garden once. So it's really working out well. We love having these chips and utilize them multiple places on the property. All right, well, take care, everybody.